How do you work this thing? Oh, it's rolling. Okay. Hello, Emperor Uriel Septim. It's your faithful servant and Inspector General Ass Anus here, ready to show you another place in Morrowind. Let me just find my way off this boat here. Yep. Alright, and our boatstress.
Sky Outlander, we greet you warmly.
Yes, I greet you as well. Danis Daris. Danis, it's a good name. Our boatstress here has seen us safely. Well, I say us, I mean me. Danis Daris here has seen me safely across the sea and over the water, and we traveled in this fine boat here, as you can see. And anyway, today we are checking out, I will be showing you a most wondrous place, I'm sure, called Tel Aruhn. As you can see on this sign here, it clearly says Tel Aruhn, Tel Aruhn, Tel Aruhn. Okay, and of course the entrance to Tel Aruhn is a giant circle. Okay, here we go, going in. Alright, we find ourselves in this tunnel here. Let's just continue on down the hall. No big deal, maybe. Who's this?
Adventure lies beyond the cities, friend.
Hello, Urzoth Grabargampf. Urzoth Grey Bargampf. My name is Asanus. I'm an inspector, of course, of homes, if you please. Now, I want it understood I work directly for the Emperor himself, Uriel Septim, so if you have any issues with me, take it up with him. Goodbye. Alright, we have a,
Adventure lies beyond the cities, friend.
You shouldn't be here.
little room here. I'm starting to think you're right, sir, Jadir.
Now, where did I put that?
There appear to be...
He was wrong, yet I do think he meant well.
There appear to be a lot of slaves here.
Wealth beyond measure, Outlander.
You all, I regret that I have found you in this position. Of course, slavery
I'm sure it's around here somewhere.
Slavery is outlawed by the Emperor, by the Empire. If it were up to me, I would see you all freed. However,
I'm sure it's around here somewhere.
I'm not sure I can do anything for you at the moment, so I'll be back. Haha. Isn't that right, Mogak Agruma? Alright then. Carry on, you all. Carry on.
May your battle show only victory, friend.
Well, I think I better just continue down the hall into this giant circle. Hey-ya. Okay, I'm starting to notice a pattern. There's a lot of orcs running around here.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Hello, Saville Imane. My name is Asanus. I'm a home inspector. I work for the Emperor directly. Like I like to say, if you got a problem with me, take it up with him. Okay, it appears there are more slaves out here in the open. Not sure how I feel about this. It's not how I would run my town. Not necessarily. Let's just see what's going on up here. We have a trader's abode, Forelle Athram.
Let's do some business, shall we?
Sir, I'm not here to do business. I'm actually here to inspect your home. I suspect that up these stairs there is a home. Any questions, let me know, but I'll be up here. Aha, the home, at last. Okay, much like the other Tell towns, we have a little upstairs zone. Got a nice potted plant. We've got a dresser drawers, 2 expensive shirts, 2 expensive shoes, and a small locked chest, which I am allowed to open as decreed by the Emperor in the inspection charter. So I'll just jimmy the lock here. Haha. Open. 10 gold inside. Very nice. 2 handsome candles adorn the tabletop. A fern sits here seductively. And finally a hammock, brown, with a nasty pillow that I must look under. Nothing. Good. Very good. And a jug, of course. A folded cloth, a candle, and a goblet. Okay, this is a meager abode. A bare minimal masterpiece of mediocrity. Nice blue rug, though. I like that. All right, continuing down. Sir, your home is very sad.
Let's do some business, shall we?
Yes, doing business is what you need to do in order to earn more money so you can move into a better home. Goodbye. All right, one down.
Yes?
Hello, Stentus Tullius. You seem to be a fellow Imperial. I respect that. I'm new in town. I'm doing a little inspectoroonie for the Emperor. Can you give me a little advice? All right, he appears to be telling me about some traders. Not really what I asked. Goodbye, sir. Let's see, what do we have here? Bildrin Aeroleth, apothecary. Going in. And as I look around, I do not see any homes, so inspection complete. Goodbye, sir.
Mathera.
All right, looks like we might have a couple more out here. Arene.
Think it'll rain?
Hello. I don't know if it will rain. Why don't you check the weather forecast, you doofus? All right, as I was saying, Arene Telnim Smith, in.
Outlander, what do you want?
And as luck would have it, this is not a home of any sort. It is a shop. A standard array of pokey bits and heavy lumps for smashing and slashing. Not like I give crap. Goodbye.
You want something, friend?
All right, and up the stairs I go in order to find another home. Pot and plaster. I have a feeling that this is not a home at all, but a tavern. Isn't that right, little one-eye Drarain Gareth? I'll just take a quick look around just in case. Okay, we have a shiny woman down here.
Can you ask your question quickly? I must be going.
Emuset Brachus. The only question I have for you is, where did you get that shiny, shiny robe? Mages Guild, huh? Figures. Well, aside from the boxes and boxes and boxes and bags and bags and bags.
Shouldn't be here.
And baskets. This is not a home at all, is it? Well, I guess no one lives here. So, that's about all. Obviously, I'm looking in the wrong place. There must be a home around here somewhere. Perhaps in the tower entry. Ooh. This is looking more like
Haven't
a
I heard of
home.
you?
And of course, there is more stuff up there. But I will need to fly. All right, flight
Talk
complete.
is free. What do you want?
All I want is to inspect the homes. Can you point me to the homes? No? Then be quiet. Don't talk to me. What is this over here? Is this a home? An enchanter.
Yes, Outlander?
Marin Uverin. I see you have stairs, which means you have a home. Can't catch me. All right. Here we go. This is more like it. We have a little table with a folded cloth, a candle, 2 bottles, a tankard, a plant, and a book. 36 Lessons of Vivek. Sermon 19. This is a very short book. This book appears to be written by a moron. The last page reads, "Your house is safe now, so why is it? Your house is safe now, so why is it?" The ending of the words is Almsivi. What a bunch of garbage. All right, let's check under this pillow just to make sure there's no wears. All right, good. Clean bed. Cute little bookshelf above the bed here. We've got a book called Special Flora of Tamriel, which is an 8-page tome about flowers, of course. And the next one is The Vagaries of Magica, which is simply 2 pages. That is expensive for 2 pages. 200 smackaroonies for that book. Wowzers. Okay, then we have a gold cannet flower plant in a pot. And we have a chest on the floor. And in the chest there is an expensive amulet and an expensive ring. And that is all. Then we have a closet, if you want to call it that. A big cabinet, if you want to call it that. It is locked, however, of course, I am allowed to unlock it. And then I will cast my unlocking spell, and it is unlocked. In the cabinet is a scroll of elemental burst fire, a scroll of restoration, and a scroll of storm ward. Useful pieces of paper, I am sure. And then this weird mushroom plant sits here in a pot. And that whole thing sits on top of a little blue ruggarooski. Well, that's about it. Home inspection complete. Thank you for complying with the Emperor's decree. Goodbye. See you never. Alright, going back into the tower. Let's see what else is in here. Shiny lady, of course.
You've got my ear. Let's hear it.
Honora. No need to talk to that person of color. Let's go to the tower living quarters. That seems promising. Now, in order to do that, I'll need to traverse through this giant circle. Going in. Alright, it appears to be a dead end. Ah, the classic turn left. Now we will go here. Another dead end or two. Very curious indeed. Nevertheless, there is a room here with a creature, nay, a person inside. This room obviously is made of a giant mushroom. It is a bulb with roots. It is brown. It is filthy. Elves really do be living this way. Well, let's meet the
Haven't I heard
homeowner.
of you?
Felara Andrethi. Nice to meet you. My name is Inspector Ass. I'm here on behalf of the Empire to inspect your home. You will be subject to this inspect, and you will not object. So saith the Emperor, Urinal Septiak. Don't touch me. Don't even look at me, or you'll catch these hands. Alright, beginning the inspection with this chest. You don't mind if I unlock this chest and look inside, do you? Inside this chest is a shitload of potions. No need to go through every one. There's too many. Too many indeed. There is a nice blue bed with a little
I'm listening.
pillarino.
Go ahead.
I'm going to look under your pillow. Don't freak out, please.
Grab him!
Oh, she freaked out.
Now you die!
Oh my. Oh my. It appears I am being killed.
I can't take any more.
Okay, maybe not. Okay. Please don't kill me. Okay, I have two angry elves. Luckily, their brains are very small and they can't figure out how to get up to me. Perhaps I'll just use my eagle eyes to complete the rest of the inspection. Okay, there appears to be a chest of drawers here, and on top of it, with my eagle eye, I spy a bottle, a bottle, a bottle, a goblet, and another goblet. Okay. Now I spy with my eagle eye a candle. Continuing on, we have a shelf unit. Many potions on many shelves. However, the most notable things are the blue cluster candle, Thick Boy Supreme, and a plate containing bread and a bowl containing 3 Kwama eggs. Nobody's gonna go hungry here, no sir. Now on the far side of the room, there appears to be a dining table with a place setting for one lonely, sad elf. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. There is a bench seat pushed in. There is a wooden spoon. There is a knife, a plate, a wooden fork, folded cloth, a candle, a tankard, a couple of bottles, one with a cork and one without a cork, and a blue pitcher of some sort, no doubt filled with pee. Okay, thank you for your hospitality, y'all. I'd love to stick around and watch you do what you're doing all day. However, I have to go. I have a lot of homes to inspect. Not a lot of time to do it, I'm afraid, so I'll be going now. Yeet!
Let me live.
Okay, it appears I missed another living quarter over here.
Haven't I heard of
I
you?
am concerned about this man chasing me. I might just jump up here. There we go. Okay, folks, once again, I'll be conducting my inspection from up here while you two freak out a little bit. Ma'am, don't mind them. My name is Assanus. I'm from the Imperial Inspection Bureau. I'm here to conduct an inspection. It's for the Emperor. He just wants to know what's going on in Morrowind, okay? Now this lady has a beautiful large plate on her table, and noteworthy is that her silverware is made of not wood. This is a more wealthy individual, more high class, more in tune with things that ought to be and what not ought to not be. Her triple thick boy pale yellow candle burns brightly. Her bottle sits waiting to dispense its contents. Her pitcher stands proud. And this little flask, I'm sure, contains some sort of liquid of unknown power. On her dresser, there is I'm going to say that's a garment of some kind. Folded up, though, I can't really tell what it is. There's a cup, of course, and a bottle, if you can believe, and a candle. Of course, there are plants or fungus, if you will, in the back. I'm standing on top of one with my little feet. More on that side of the room. And of course, my eagle eye spies a bed. I'm afraid I don't think I want to pick up those pillows because I'm avoiding being killed at the moment. Now, on the side of the room, there is a table with several magical artifacts, not least of which being this plant. Magical plant, I'm sure. There's a glowing robe and a candle. There's a glowing bow and a candle. A glowing ring, a glowing amulet, a scarf, perhaps, and another glowing robe and another plant. And that's just fine. All right, folks, this inspection is complete. I'm going to just take a quick look at what these magical items are real quick. Don't kill me. Magic Guard robe. Okay. Life belt. Classic.
Let me live.
Poison Eater robe.
There's
Ouch.
someone watching me. I can tell. Outlander, what do you want? I'm being attacked.
And I'm afraid that's all the time I have. I have to get the hell out of here. For oblivion's sake.
Let me live.
Okay, I'll be just exiting this area now. Alright, well, that was all I found up there. Not sure if there are any other homes here. There's gotta be something up there.
Let me live.
Let me live.
So, where are you from?
I'm being
I cannot
attacked.
take
Help.
anymore.
Well, I now find myself in the upper level, next to this fine
Live.
Will not go.
chocolate
unnoticed.
gentleman named Renina. Renina? Well, anyways, this is not a home. However, it is a communal dining area, which means homes are nearby. Be moving along here
You will be disgraced for this.
into
Let me live.
up these stairs and hopefully into another home, the upper tower.
I've heard a lot about you, Outlander. Go ahead.
You've heard of me? Well, who hasn't heard of Inspector Ass? I'm sure word gets around quickly.
What is this about?
Well, young man, this is about me inspecting your home. It appears this is your home, so me will inspecting it. Now pipe down, or you'll catch these hands. Yeah, oh yeah. All right, this little guy, Bromir lives in a relatively nice room, to be honest with you. He's got trees in here. That's kind of cool. He's got a chest of drawers. Inside the chest of drawers are 2 pairs of expensive shoes, 1 expensive ring, and 1 expensive belt. On the top of the dresser, there is a nice candle, and a common soul gem, and a greater soul gem, and a redware pot, and a redware pot. Now, Bromir must get a lot of ladies because he has a big double bed, and I'm afraid of what he might do if I touch his pillow. I had a bad experience with those other people. However, there are, like I said, some plants in the back. There's these mushroom trees in pots, and then there's regular trees in
Are you
pots.
here about your wounds? You should find healing.
And that's fine. There's a closet here, and in the closet, there's an exquisite amulet, an exquisite belt, an exquisite ring, and an exquisite pair of shoes. Really nice stuff, Bromir. Really good stuff you got there. And finally, there is a little draggle-tail plant in a pot. And of course, the entire room is underscored by this gorgeous oval-shaped Ruggaruski. The entire room, of course, is also lit by a lantern. I don't know who lights that lantern. It's pretty high up there. Well, goodbye, Brolmir. Good luck with your lady laying. Okay, continuing on the stairs we go to find out what? I don't know. Unclear to me whether this is part of a home. However, there is a shelf unit with several musical instruments. We have a lute, 2 Gwarskin drums, one Gwarskin drum and 1 drum. And of course, there are some pots and goblets and a bong and some books on top. There is a book called The Final Lesson, which teaches something about enchantment, of course, and it's too long to read, but I got the idea just by skimming it. And 2920 Frostfall. Very long, 30 pages. I didn't know they made books that long. Can't read, don't care. Children of the Sky is next. This is a 4-page book, that's more like it. All about Nords. Our brothers to the north. Skyrim. Just some boring book all about Nords and how they like to use their little voice-a-rooskies. Fascinating. Or boring. You decide, sire. Aedra and Daedra is the final book on the shelf. And mercifully, it's only 3 pages. And, some elf crap. What can I say? Not interested. Alright, moving on. Down the hallway, we have some guy with his 2 dark-skinned boyfriends. Kind of cringe if you ask me.
Masera.
Gothrin, pleasure to meet you and your boys here. Your handsome, handsome boys. My name is Inspector S. I've just completed my inspection of your town and your home. I'll be submitting this videotape to Emperor Uriel Septim for his review, and I'm sure when he decides what to do with you, you'll be finding out, as it were. Do you have anything to say for yourself? Do you want to get something on record at this time? Okay, if that's all you had to say, I'll bid you adieu. Goodbye. Goodbye. Well, sire, I think that
What is this about?
concludes the inspection of the homes. Not too many here. These elves are weak in population as well as intelligence. They are pitiable in lifestyle as well as in intelligence. They stink. They're blue. I give Tel Aruhn a solid 3.5 out of 10. Tolerable living conditions, but you'd never really want to be here.